We're trying out Quintus and the Absent Truth for an hour. Apparently this is a game that came out a couple years ago, and I had never heard of. It is a horror game, allegedly featuring a mouse. You see the mouse here on the screen. I don't think we control the mouse. I think the mouse is our companion through this horror story. We're trying it out for an hour. We'll see what we think. Let's go. Here's the controls. Chapter 1, Forgotten. I like that the loading icon is cheese. That's kind of nice.
Oh, morning, Quintus. Can you turn the light on for me?
Alright, we talk to our mouse. And the mouse obeys our commands, I guess. Our mouse is also bipedal. Despite mice not usually walking like that. Alright, okay.
Little buddy, let's go.
Just gonna hold him in my hand.
I'm sure I've forgotten something that's happening today. I better check the calendar.
Alright, my wrist looks all weird. What's with my wrist? Anyway, Quintus is telling me I need to find the... Here's the Daily Brief. Where is Alan Shaw? A decade of no new music, no concerts, or even a single note on sheet paper. Alan Shaw used to be one of the greatest composers of our time. But what happened to this once renowned composer? Find out on page 13. Wow, it's just exactly the same on both sides. I guess I cannot turn to page 13. Are we Alan Shaw? Oh, look at all these awards. These varied awards for our music.
I just can't.
Oh, these old fingers of mine. They just can't tickle the ivories the way they used to. Well, at least the sun's shining. Oh, there's like presents out there? Probably should take those in. Can't open this. It's like a birthday cake and presents? Don't want to just leave them outside like that. No way to open the garage. That's usually not how garage doors work. Like, maybe it might be automated, or if it's not, there should be, you know, like something to grab onto so you can pull it up. No? It's not how this one works? I guess not. Oh, I'm locked in my house for some reason. That happens to all of us. We say to ourselves, where did I leave the key that I need to open my front door from the inside? Always looking forward, never behind. Always making progress into the future, never regressing into the past. Those painful, painful past memories. What a beautiful neighborhood we live in. The lawns are all the same shade of beige. That one's locked. Andromeda music. Dear Alan, after several meetings with yourself regarding the fact that you have not released under the Andromeda music label now for under 10 years, we're gonna have to cut ties with you. We have given you so many chances over the course of 10 years, and you have continuously promised material, then let us down. We cannot go down this path any longer. As you are aware, as agreed in your contract, if an artist/composer fails to deliver the set number of albums in a given time frame, we can cancel the contract and on top of this, cut any royalties from any previously released content. This is not how we wanted this to end, Alan. We know you've been through a lot. We have consistently supported you through your troubles, but we can't push deadlines back any further. 10 years is a long time for no material to be released. Unfortunately, the name Alan Shaw doesn't even seem relevant anymore. Our apologies that this has not ended the way we wanted. Your first album's a legend, but it appears the musical bottle has been corked. Sincerely, Charlotte Trinity, A&R representative. Oh no, our creativity has been corked. We used to be a big name, now no one knows who we are. We just can't get it done the way we used to. Before the incident. Oh, there we go. Well, look at this. A child's room. And no child to be seen. What could have happened? Magic dust. Good night, Quintus. Fairy days. Quintus, Lydia, 6. That's a close-up of Quintus. There's Quintus. Quintus again. Another Quintus. There's Quintus. Our daughter liked drawing, but really only had one subject. Clearly there's a note in there, but can't interact with that. Piano Man. Can't seem to interact with that. Maybe what we need is a nice long shower. Just clear our head, you know? We have no mirror above our sink. Unusual. The other door that in the bathroom, that leads to the bathroom, does not open. What would that be? We can't get to that. Whatever room is behind there, like the hallway doesn't lead to that. Like maybe it's just a closet. You usually wouldn't have like an entire room that you can only get to through the bathroom. Well, let's see. Our objective was to find the calendar, wasn't it? We have not found it yet. And I don't think this was working. Oh, no, this was working. Okay. FWS TV. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's Lydia's birthday. But where is she?
Yes, fine Lydia. Thanks, Quintus. What would I do without you? I'd be hopeless without you. I wonder where she could be. Maybe we should try her her bedroom, where we know she isn't. We could try it, though.
Lydia? Lydia?
It's your birthday. Now I'm wondering, is there anything else in here that I should examine?
Oh, What's that in the vent?
Okay, now we can see it.
I can't get it from this side. Maybe I should try the other end of the vent.
Because I was thinking, find a way. Thank you. I know, you can get in there. You're small enough to do it. See, now I was thinking, uh-oh. I already looked at all this. Do I have to look at all of it again? Now that we have the objective? Apparently that is how the game works.
I can't reach it. Quintus, do you think you can get it for me?
Quintus, I choose you. It's probably nothing. You were invited to my party on June 7th. It's in the backyard. Thank you, Quintus. Please dress up as your favorite animal. I will be the bunny. Yee. It's a nice bunny drawing.
Lydia, where are you going?
Probably the backyard. That's where her party is.
It's locked, but where did I put the key?
Yeah, we can't get out from the inside without the key. I know that, Quintus. I know. Where could have we put the key that we need to get outside our house? I guess I need to just look around again. Because maybe now the key will be around, even if it wasn't before. Would the key be in the bathroom? Possibly. So, should I be feeling tension or some such? It's hard to say. You know, let me know when I should start to be scared. Where could that key be? Is it in the room, or is it in another room? We don't have... Quintus can't seem to give us any additional clues. Even though Quintus clearly has a better memory of what's going on than we do. I can press tab and it brings up this inventory. It seems like that's the only thing that I have. Behind the piano? Does not seem so. Maybe we could smash that glass door open with one of our many awards. So we won in 1993. This last one is, what, 2000? Man, for some years there, we were hot. We're on top of the world. And one day, just, it wasn't working, you know? Our creativity juices dried up. Where would our key be? Like, it could be anywhere. Oh, wait, there it is.
Steady, careful. Ah, damn it. Maybe Quintus can get to the keys from the side.
Maybe he could. Quintus, go.
Quintus, get the key for me, buddy.
Quintus, what would I do without you? I'm hopeless without you, Quintus. Found that backdoor key. Alright, time for a party. I hope you're in the mood for a birthday party. Got the cake, got the presents, got the balloon. Everyone wearing their costumes? Oh! What?
Lydia!
There you are. Yeah, it was very frightening. But your party's out here. And a piano? Why do I have an entire piano out here? You think this would get, like, ruined in the rain or something? Lydia? Don't you... Your presents and your cake. Come on now. Oh. There wasn't a piano out there, it was the same piano. We have the one piano. Probably not, but are we going to be stalked by our piano? Because I think that would be pretty funny. If they were doing like a Weeping Angels kind of thing, but it was the piano. I doubt it'll do something that fun.
Hello?
Is this Alan Shore?
Yes. Who is this?
We have your daughter.
Gasp. They have her. But I saw her just a few minutes ago. How can that be?
Hello?
Is this Alan Shore?
Yeah, I remember. We just heard that.
Who is this?
We have your daughter. If you want to see her again, come to 6200 Northeast Wilding Road.
Okay, we're hearing the rest of the conversation.
Recording studio.
We didn't hear that part last time. Alright.
Right, little buddy. Let's go.
Alright, Quintus, you may have to kill a man for me. I hope you're comfortable with that idea. I know you're just a tiny mouse, but, like, if I need you...
Studio's never opened by key.
If I need you to...
Receptionist had to buzz you through.
Thank you, Quintus.
I'll have to turn that back on first.
Quintus, if I need you to do it, I need you to be ready to jump at a man's neck
That?
and tear out his jugular with your sharp little teeth. I know it's asking a lot of you, little buddy. But I might need you to do this for me. Alright, is there anything in here? In this room? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, good. We have an ally.
The secret room? I can't remember where that is. But if that's where Lydia is, I must find it.
Isn't it a pain? You need to remember where the secret room of your old workplace was. You're like, man, I can't remember where exactly that was. I know there is a secret room. But it's just eluding me right now as to where it was.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Oh, hello?
Ma'am, have you seen a little girl? Short, black hair.
It's gonna buy you.
Is that Christy Gray?
Just turned 7 last week.
Christy?
Well, can't seem to do anything with this at the moment. But it's there. Let's just remember it's there. The archive room.
It's locked. If I remember right, the CEO always kept hold of the archive room key.
Okay, hello. Do you know where the archive room keys are? You could have just said no, ma'am. Here's the CEO office. Glad I made it. All these hallways kind of look alike. Christy Gray. Oh, so she's a musician. This was her album. Did all of the musicians signed with this label have some sort of unfortunate occurrence? Uh-huh. You know, the valve handle that you have in your office. Just keep turning it. What is this? Okay, I can't turn it anymore. It's completely turned. Alright. Let's just find our way back to the archive room. There we go. Squeak, squeak. Okay, so this archives room's got one of these sliding shelves deals. Guess we have to make our way to the back. Oh. So do all of the valve handles control these? Like even the ones that are not in this room? Because I can't turn this again. So I guess I completely turned that, which moved one of the shelves. I guess the one in the CEO's office moved another one of the shelves. I guess we're going to have to go find the other ones, the other handles, wherever they may be. I don't know how many there are. So every time I turn one, I'm going to have to go back and see what it... And I can't get to this one, apparently. It's locked in here. Not getting... Oh, hold on.
Okay, Quintus.
Okay.
You can open this one.
Wow, I'm asking a lot of Quintus on this one. I don't think he can turn that. I believe in you, little buddy. Flex those mouse muscles. Oh, no, you're going to open this. Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense, Quintus. Thank you. Just to make sure, that's finished, right? Yeah. And like I said, I am going to have to go back to that every time. Because I don't know how many there are. Alright, we got 3 out of the way. Looks like there's 2. Well... Maybe the back row... Oh, well, I guess there's... If I get 2 more out of the way, I guess there's, like, something in the back there. Something in the back. Alright, let's go hunting. For handles. Quintus, go.
Go, Quintus. See if you can work out how to open the door.
Charlotte Trinity. A&R. Okay, this is the person who sent us that termination letter.
Oh.
Good work.
Quintus, well done, buddy. I'm not gonna ask any questions.
Look, I mean, if we had any questions to ask, we would have been asking them before now. Let's see. Okay. Rough drafts on the termination letter. She just didn't know how to put it. She just didn't know how to say this. And apparently her office is lit by candlelight. Well, you know, it adds a certain atmosphere to things. You know, some people don't like the bright fluorescent office lights. They like it a little, you know, the light level to be a little lower, a little more warmer than that. Sometimes I get into the office early, and the lights aren't on, and I just kind of sit in my cube to the light of the monitor without the overhead light on, and it's nice. It's a nice little atmosphere. You don't always need them on. Alright, so we already saw this message. She's in the secret room. So this is the way we came. Okay, that's CEO's office. Alexander Wood. You have a valve handle in here?
Sure, take me, Christy Gray, to be your lawfully wedded wife.
Oh, Christy was our wife.
And do you, Christy Gray, take Alan Shaw to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Was that one person doing all three voices?
Christy.
Oh, my Christy. Oh, my Christy. To this day, I don't know why we had some sort of gremlin oversee our ceremony. Alan Shaw, do you take Christy Gray as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Now, might that be all of the handles? Have all of the handles been turned? I think they have been. And what's back here? The power.
There we go. Now back to the studios.
She's in the secret room. Well, we already knew that. It's not a secret. We just don't know where the secret room is. Maybe with the lights on, maybe there'll be some indication on where this room is. Sphinx.
You can hear her little heartbeat battering away. Do you have a name for her yet?
Yeah, we do. We were thinking...
Megatron. I know it's weird, but we're big Transformers fans.
Okay, now the electricity's back on, it's time to find the buzzer to open the door to the studios.
Right, that's correct. That's what we were doing. Those doors are locked, we needed to find a way in. Dear all, today is with our deepest regret to announce that our sensational angel of the violin, Christy Gray, has sadly passed away. Christy was truly a talent that we will never be able to replace. The music that Christy created was angelic, and will resonate in our hearts until the end of time. Christy's memory will live on in her beautiful music, and through her husband, our very own Alan Shaw. We wish Alan all our prayers during this difficult time. If you need anything, Alan, your Andromeda family is always here for you. Kindest regards, Alexander Wood. But then he couldn't make music for 10 years because his wife was dead. Just no music. None was happening. And eventually they had to let him go. Alright, so they said there's a buzzer. Did I, like, crouch or anything? I can't... Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Alright, where's the secret room now?
Wow. I forgot how impressive this place was.
Oh yeah, look how impressive it is. It's like a big room. They got some sound baffling on the walls. this a puzzle? The drums, you say. Red, green, blue, and yellow. Well, red is 2. There's blue, yellow. What's green? Oh, I think that's it. Red, green, blue, yellow, I said. So 2863? 2863? Let's see if that's what it is. 2863. There we go. Piano puzzle coming up. What is a crib doing in the studio? This room is impressive. I didn't know they could do that here. Alright, what we got here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, enter the numbers by plinking on that. And then, I mean, didn't really need this to tell me that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I would just have gotten that by plinking and, plinking away on those keys and seeing how that worked. But what is the combo we need? Unless maybe it's the same one that was on, that we had on the drums. I don't know. Oh, okay, those numbers are gone. I guess that puzzle's done. No need for that anymore. There's a note in there if we open this door. All right, well, we have some keys we can tap, and we know that numbers are associated with those keys and will appear on the keypad, so we need probably a 4-digit combination. Probably. Nothing on there. There's nothing on the back of this. And as we can see, again, not like it's a big... Not like it's something... I feel like there should be something more to this because, hey, we could have just figured out that it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We didn't actually need this to tell us that. Now here, this shows you the drums and had the colors. Neither of these doors... Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't see that. 57241. 57241. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 7, 2, 4, 1. Okay, got a key, and...
Christy Gray.
This is a terrible photo.
And the mother to Lydia.
Really, the...
Traumatic birth. We lost her.
The wedding photographer should be ashamed for how this one turned out. Well, maybe... I mean, some photos turn out bad. Maybe he was surprised when the lucky couple said that they liked this one. He's like, you sure? Like, this one was a mistake. I mean, okay. We'll frame that one if you want. I have better ones. Like, ones where your face is in it. No? I guess. Alright. Oh, hello. She ran into the wall. I cannot follow, but that's my love. The love of my life running through the wall, and I want to follow her.
The secret room. I remember now. Come on, Lydia, please be here.
Right, the secret room. Wow. This whole thing just moved, huh? I remember it now. For some reason, I couldn't think of it before.
No.
What is that, a cave-in? Looks like rock?
No.
Quintus, you can do it.
You sure, Quintus? Okay, little buddy. You've got it from here.
Chapter 2. Complete. Oh no, I'm on the edge of my seat. What happened to Quintus? What happened when he went into the secret room? Oh, he's just a small little mouse.
Okay, little buddy. You've got it from here.
Quintus, quick attack. Oh, there's our wife.
Our daughter.
I know, I'm trying to find her.
No, she was...
You were meant to protect our daughter, Alan.
I'm so sorry.
No! You must get her back!
Hey, that's all right. That's that's okay. Hey, that's...
Quintus was now alone, with no Alan to look after. But Quintus knew what he had to do.
Am I doing the narration?
What happened to Lydia?
I'm going to lower my voice a bit and put on an accent. Look, we have no budget here. I'm the only one working on this game. I'm doing my best. Oh, we are playing as Quintus.
Once a hideaway for the artists and bands of Andromeda Records, Quintus had a feeling that this room wasn't such a pleasant place anymore, and that it had been blocked off for a reason.
Oh, what a nice birthday party, along with your, Book of the Dark Arts, I have to assume. It's crackling with dark energies. Alright. Quintus is much more capable than the guy. So, now we're controlling the real protagonist here. Oh, I can knock it over. I could, like, move that around a little bit. Alright, well, if we look over... Okay, yeah, I can get up on that. How convenient. Uh-oh. Watch out for that. Doesn't even have any bait on it. Alright. I don't, mice are small and very light, but I don't think a mouse could... A little too heavy for a tape measure, maybe. Maybe a little too heavy for...
He found his way to the top of the table. He couldn't believe what he had found. Presents. Birthday presents, marked with the name Lydia. What were these doing here, Quintus thought to himself. But what was more concerning, though, was the book Quintus found next to the presents. This book did not give Quintus a good feeling.
We have to have the narrator tell us this because, Quintus can't talk. Quintus was infused with dark magics.
Somehow, the book appeared to have opened up a crack in a wall. Quintus went to investigate.
Good work, Quintus. That's down there. I assume I don't want to just jump down there. Like, maybe I could. I don't know. We'll just do it the safe way.
A strange light was coming from this newly formed crack. Quintus found the light to be very alluring and decided to have a closer look.
Quintus became one with infinity. Why does this little mouse hole have like a motorized gate? It had like a portcullis.
Quintus couldn't believe what he was seeing in front of him. A familiar surrounding from photos Quintus had seen. A kitchen, but not just any kitchen. This one was from Alan and Christie's first home together, before Lydia, before even Quintus. Quintus was not sure how he got here, but he knew he wasn't meant to be here and needed to find his way back. Quintus scanned the room and could see another book like the first, across the room on the kitchen table. However, the table was too high up for Quintus to reach the book, so he needed to formulate a plan. Maybe I could use the cat to knock the book off the table, Quintus thought to himself. I'll have to get the cat's attention to the table though. I should try to find something I can throw onto the table.
Quintus fell through a crack in space and time and found himself in a place that he should not be. In a time in which he should not be. I don't see a cat anywhere. Like maybe if we make a noise, the cat will arrive. I hear birds. Well, one of them just went right through the window, apparently.
I'm scared, Alan.
I know, Christy. I know.
What if there is a problem?
It'll be okay. The doctor said it will be fine. They've spotted the problems early and can accommodate for the issues.
I have a bad feeling, Alan.
I'll take care of you, Christy. Both of you.
Being from the future, Quintus knew that he would not be able to take care of them. Both of them. No. It just is like a dead end.
Quintus found a tin of cat food in the fridge and thought, this will surely get the cat's attention.
I mean, it's sealed. I don't know how much the cat will care about it if it's, you know, if it's sealed shut. Oh, what was that? It says EUs, but nothing's happening. Alright, so I can throw. And we wanted to throw it at the table. All right, coffee beans. It's like a ramp, but why? I'm not really sure of the positioning that we need to be in. I believe the idea was that there is a book on that table. We want the cat to knock over the book. So the idea is that we're going to get the cat's attention with the can of food by throwing it at the table. But I'm not entirely sure on some of the details here on, like, where we
Stumbled upon a giant broom and pondered. If he used all his strength, he may be able to push the broom over to reach the island in the center of the kitchen. From the island, he may be able to throw something to the table.
Ah, okay. So I guess I would have to be on top of that counter. I fell. I guess we survived that. I probably should just... Okay, I wanted to try putting it away. I guess put away was just... Whoop, I fell down again. I guess put away is just put it down, actually. Which is kind of a problem. Because the way this works is the item... Whoop. The item, like, floats in front of us. So actually moving it around is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. Fell again. Paying more attention to this can of food than I am to Quintus's welfare. So now I'm like on top of it. All right. Okay, we're on the counter. Quintus is making this happen. All right. Push with all your might, Quintus. Okay, it's moving. It's moving. I am going to have to go all the way back to get that food. Right? Gonna have to go all the way back. It'll be a little faster to get there since I'm not carrying the food. And I guess I can just drop down to the floor when I pick up the food. It's a good thing for Quintus that another one of those books were in this kitchen in the first place. Otherwise, how would Quintus travel through time and space again? And why is he traveling through it to begin with? Was it just to see that one flashback? I feel like a mouse should probably be able to run faster than this, but Quintus might be traveling on 2 legs, which might explain that. Okay, here we are. Let me just put this down. Alright, from here I can throw that to the table. I hope this is not, like, finicky about how exactly I do this. Because I'm just gonna stand here, I'm gonna click on throw. And hopefully that's it.
That ought to do it, Quintus said proudly.
That ought to do it.
The cat heard his beloved tin of cat food hitting the table and came to investigate. And even better, just as planned, the cat knocked the book onto the floor.
Just as planned. I don't know how we could have planned that. Oh, right next to the coffee bag, acting as a ramp, even. Take me, my Dark Master. My mouse body is yours.
Quintus stands on top of the book once more, and again, another crack opens up for the little mouse to explore.
Oh, you're gonna make me go back there? You could just warp me there. You could do that. It's the same crack where we came out of. Are we just going to go back back to where and when we came from? I guess it didn't actually matter that it was cat food that we threw at it, right? Like, the cat didn't even notice the cat food. He just heard that something hit the table and investigated. Yeah, we're back where we came from. What was that all about?
The light and ends up back at the secret room once more. But things appear to be slightly different from last time, making Quintus wonder if he'd even returned to the same room or the same point in time at all.
I do sometimes wonder when I notice that things are slightly different. Have I traveled to another point in the timeline? Probably yes. Oh, come on now. I'm running down this piano, and I'm not... No, it's not. It's about to say the music was going. It's about to say, am I hitting the key? I'm running down this piano, and it's not going... It's not doing that? Come on. Come on now. Come on. Alright, okay, up this way. Am I just gonna stand on the book again?
Quintus made his way to the top of the table to find the book yet again. Though hesitant this time, Quintus let his curiosity...
Quintus is the master of his own destiny. He makes his decisions, no one else. Even if it's a bad idea, it was his bad idea to make. Not the narrators, not the players. No gods or masters, only Quintus.
Stepping through the light and out into a new room, Quintus got a sense of familiarity once more. Not memories from photos this time, though. Quintus had been here for this one. This was Lydia's room when she was a baby.
Quintus
Found a toy car park in the corner of the room. He remembered this one. It used to have a working elevator. It was battery operated, but it appeared that there was no battery in place. Quintus knew what he must do. Find a battery for the elevator, and then maybe he could get on top of the bedside table and get a glimpse of a little baby Lydia.
Quintus noticed baby Lydia clutching the Book of the Damned, and he decided that he would need to stand on that once more. I guess this is probably the thing with the elevator. I don't have a battery yet. I wonder where would we put the battery? Where does that get put in? Maybe down there. Oh no, right here. That's where it would go. Alright. I don't suppose there's a battery in that flashlight. I mean, even if there is, could Quintus unscrew the flashlight? With his little mouse arms? Doesn't seem so. Oh, wait, is that it right there? No, that's a marble. Well, there's a light on in that dollhouse. Let's check it out.
Quintus found Lydia's doll's house, which he had many a fond memory of, as Quintus was never kept in a cage in the Shaw household, but instead made his home in this plastic heaven.
With a real working TV. It's a very detailed dollhouse.
Yes, a battery for the elevator, Quintus thought to himself as he picked the battery up and made his way back to the toy car park.
Ah! Ah!
There we go, Quintus muttered. Now I can get up onto the bedside table.
Okay, that's moving on its own.
Once up onto the table, Quintus found a tape player. Not remembering this being here, Quintus decided to press play and see what was on the tape.
Sure, why not?
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Sweet dreams, my little angel. Remember, I am always with you. No matter what.
Quintus didn't have feelings one way or another about this recording. Can I get up on that? Doesn't seem like it. Can I just look down from here? Oh, there's the book. No baby. Only book. Bathe me in the light of hell, my dark lord. I am ever your servant. Guess where we're going? If you said back to that mouse hole, you'd be right. For it has been reactivated. Let's see, down there, yeah. Is it going to take us back to that one room? Because it probably is. Wow. We're back here.
Quintus was not prepared for what he found in the secret room this time. The room had been wrecked.
Oh, it's got, like, veins.
Or was it another wrong turning in time? Quintus made his way through the wreckage to find some answers.
You hate it when your walls get veins in them. It's never a good sign. Is there anywhere we could go? Any way to get up? That's just a dead end there. Quintus encountered the monolith. He placed his forepaws upon it. Oh, we could just knock that over, I guess. Let's see, how do we get up on all of this? Well, on this side of the blocks, it doesn't seem like we can go back to the other side. I mean, I don't know if there's a reason we would need to go back to the other side. It seems like we're supposed to go this way. And once we're here, we can get up on, like, the very bottom of this structure. Walk around here. Is there a reason to do that? Can we get around to anywhere? Like, we can go back here. Well, we actually can't go back there. Not a place we can go. I can walk up to here. But once I am here... where can I walk to next? All right, I can walk back here. Ah! Ah! It fell. Alright, use this to get up to here. What do we find on the top of the table? Might it be the book again? Maybe is it the same book again? I fell. Quintus, upon falling, had to then find his way back on top of the table. There's like this little area here where there's no, like, carpet. Doesn't seem like there's anything there, though. Quintus could not find his way back, apparently, from falling here. Unless... oh, there we go. Okay, what are we looking for? Can't make that jump, of course. Yeah, that's where we came from. I guess we could drop to the other side here. See if we could... doesn't look like there's anything there to get on up on. Doesn't seem like we can get up any higher. Can't get on that. Alright, let's head over here. See if there is anything for us. Okay, the book's just here. It's just here. Goodbye, book. Goodbye.
Maybe this one will get me back to where I need to be, Quintus pondered, and continued towards the newly formed crack.
And... I mean, what is it?
Stepped out of the light to find himself in some very familiar surroundings. The Shaw residence, his home. In fact, if Quintus wasn't mistaken, this could even be the same day the story began. This was Lydia's birthday. If it was, then Quintus knew what he had to do. Wake up Alan.
It all comes back full circle. The game started with Quintus waking us up when we were Alan. Now we have to wake up Alan as Quintus. It makes you think? I know I'm thinking. It's making me think about a lot of things. So we woke up at the table over here. Fortunately, Alan leaves like wooden planks all around so Quintus can move around. Very considerate of him.
Quintus arrived in the dining room to see Alan at the table, asleep with his head in his arms, just as Quintus had anticipated. Now all that was left to do was to wake Alan up.
Quintus, tail whip!
You shouldn't be here. Quintus did not know what to do. Who was this man? What was he doing in their house? How can he wake up Alan now? But then it dawned on Quintus, he doesn't have to wake up Alan, because he already did.
Yeah, there's Quintus right now.
Get in there.
Wow, I'm on the edge of my seat with tension. All right, it looks like chapter 4 is beginning, but it has been an hour, so I do think that we probably do have to say goodbye to our hour tryout of Quintus and the Absent Truth. Yep, we lost the daughter. Wife is dead. Wife is angry. Wife is angry about us losing daughter. She has made this. She has established this. How dare you? I died giving birth to our daughter.
Alan, wake up.
And all you had to do was stop her from being kidnapped.
Where am I?
And I don't know if that chapter, like the chapter we were playing as Quintus, it was, you know, fun to play as the mouse. I don't know if that had any if there was any story advancement or anything happening there. I wouldn't say that it seemed like it. Kind of seemed like we just put the story on hold for chapter 3. Just so we could play as Quintus, and he, like, travels through time with dark energy somehow. All right. That's our hour-long tryout of Quintus and the Absent Truth. I know, but the only thing I knew about this game before trying it was a rather scathing review I read of it. I can understand why... I can understand why it was so scathing. It's not... You know, it's not what you would traditionally call good. But, you know, let's say it's better than Layers of Fear. You know, we can agree on that at least. But Alan has got to find his daughter, who might be dead or kidnapped or something, and the only friend he's got is Quintus. Quintus, who was kidnapped, but don't worry, because... Quintus still was able to wake up Alan. So last time we saw Alan, he was in the studio sending Quintus through the collapsed hallway. Now Alan's outside. Why did he get... How is he there? I don't know. Alan probably doesn't know either. What does AI-generated rock think of all this? I'd say, well, there's... I don't know about AI-generated rock, but that's just a picture of Alan and Quintus right there. I don't know why I had that picture there of Alan and Quintus. We didn't get a good look at Alan, but clearly that's what he looks like with his good friend Quintus. Yeah, that's our hour-long tryout of Quintus and the Absent Truth. This has been the Steam version. Is it a horror game? It's not really. Not really. It's not really.